Thank you, dear Professor Han. It's like a very, very deep thought that you gave us so many interesting points and real challenges that you see from so far away that really need to be addressed. And with this, I would like to move to the open discussion, and I invite everybody, okay, to discuss how can we address the challenges, okay, how can we what can be done, like Avni wrote to everybody here that the diaspora investment sections, you know, some kind of a council can be established as a chamber of commerce, you know, international chamber of commerce, that or some kind of an investment board, maybe international investment board that will involve all the participants, including the European Union ones, not only Balkan countries, from the European side. Yes, please.
Yes.
Anybody?
So
yes, Attila.
Yeah, if I know well, the Western Balkan 6 has already some umbrella organization on the level of the chamber. That's the Chamber Investment Forum. And the target is the same, that they are together can show the possibility of investment, doesn't matter from European side or Asian side or the rest of the world. So it's already exists, this type of idea, and not only the idea, but even the realization of the idea. The headquarters it's in Italy. It's also a kind of a possibility to see this problem more larger. And I am in daily connection with this organization because I am partially from the chamber side, so I am chamber guy also. And
this is very nice. So you can be our contact person for that forum.
With pleasure. With pleasure.
Shall we put it in the protocol?
Okay. And okay. Even I can tell you that it was one historical step in the 3rd of November in Budapest, because we organized the first Visegrad Group and Western Balkan CIS chamber leaders around the table. And we declared a joint declaration, Budapest Joint Declaration, and one of the more important things was how we can, in a practical way, to make the cooperation. And for this, I mentioned to you that, okay, it's between two small regions, Western Balkan and Visegrad Group. So it's not how to say, the center of the global economy or something like this, but already we make the concrete steps for it. So that could be one of the way for it. And as you mentioned, I am with pleasure in your disposal to share my experience about it, and even to contact the person. And of course, we can form the other council or something like this. But the more important things, if you create the frame, after necessary to work. So to do it.
Sure.
That's more important because, for example, in the chamber, because we have I'm the president of the Western Balkan Committee in the Hungarian Chamber of Commerce and Industry. And there is a companies interested and focused to the Western Balkan. And when they are asking the things, I need to answer in real time. So it means for the relation necessary to focus on the problem and give the answer immediately. So that's all that I wanted to tell you.
Great. Thank you for your input. Thank you. So, Avni, you want to say something?
No, I was just thinking, I am involved also with Western Balkan countries with regards to diaspora investments. And I was invited to India some years ago before the pandemic in Punjab because I had the largest diaspora unit. They were particularly in the Chamber of Commerce in Ludhiana, which is one of the main towns in Punjab state in India. They were like, we want to have another approach toward diaspora investments. So I think the Asiatic countries can learn from the Western Balkan countries as well. Just like Attila was saying, there are certain organizations and also Chamber of Commerces. I think they should highlight, beside the political perspective, the impact of diaspora investments. That's it.
Thank you. Thank you. Heidi, I would like to hear from you as well. No, no audio. You're on mute.
Sorry.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I hope this is working now, and I'm being heard like on a real-time note, unlike a while back. So Atila, like as you said, like we have a colleague joining us tomorrow. He's managing some international partnerships for Confederation of Indian Industries, which is the largest chamber of commerce in India. And he's a colleague and kind of a friend also. Like so, what he say? I mean, what we all know here, and I have in some ways dealt with some chambers in the past, especially the national chambers. What it happens for an organization like CII in India, so they work according to the instructions of the government. So they work according to the instruction. They might say, or they might claim like they are independent body. So I had met some other chambers, such chambers in different countries also. I would not like to name. So what happens, this national chambers of commerce, they are being supported by the government usually, and they need to work according to the government's instructions.
Sure.
The national chambers are the most prominent in each countries. Now, the private chambers of commerce, you have like numerous such organizations coming up. I somehow feel they are more active and they are more flexible as compared to the more established and more well-funded chambers of commerce. So we should also like we would be more than happy to have you as a pointsman or as a helping hand in some way ahead. And so like again, this has just started. So now the endeavor, what basically was, when Western Balkan countries are trying to connect with Europe, especially the EU. So how could we also start an interest among the stakeholders there, among the actors there, so that they can connect with Asian counterparts in a more active way. So post this event, we would definitely try to create some framework or body or something, so that we can continue to get things moving. Like I wrote a question over the chat, if Mr. Shahab Khan's university could connect with some other counterpart university in a Balkan country. So this some smaller, so he heads a department, to my knowledge, he heads the international relations department. So similar collaborations, which we can start off at a very small level, even within the community, and then maybe take things like bigger projects ahead. So Elena, this is basically
Great.
it.
Thank you. And I also wanted to hear some conclusive words from Dumitru Tudor, if you don't mind.
Oh, I don't mind, not at all. So it's about connecting diaspora, as I understand, right, to the national economy. That was the question you were addressing.
The question was like, the challenges and how can we address the challenges.
Oh, so it's the main topic.
Right.
The main topic. Well, I think you have also in Macedonian the same expression that we don't have to reinvent the wheel. I guess there are solutions, and these solutions refer first of all to identifying a real need, and then the supplier that are good for this need. For instance, this is what we did. For instance, this is how we emerged as an institution, as a Center for Balkan Studies. We have not created this institution till the moment we realized that people is asking us more and more. Once again, as Mr. Galambos was saying, about business people asking about. So first of all, it has to be a need. I think this need exists right now. It's valid, and then we have simply to start interconnecting, putting all together information, thinking about studies. I already have a list of excellent ideas that came from Sasho regarding analysis that we should start doing about the Western Balkans, Western Balkan area. That could be also delivered to interested partners, stakeholders from Asia and from all over Europe. I think this is an area that that is you know, a hot spot on the map right now. I think many things, good things could happen here, and we just have to deliver.
That's absolutely right. What I wanted to say, like, you know, how to address the challenges, and, you know, why told to address, why told to do something and to activate, you know, the investment, the business, why to enter Balkan countries. The new reality is like that, you know, I'm not in Europe, I'm based in Israel, and I can tell you on the you know, my own experience that when COVID started, suddenly, you know, not just, you know, slowly, but suddenly all the goods from China disappeared from the market, and slowly European goods came to replace it, because that was the first available option for us. You know, so people are buying, people need goods, people need electronics, people need wash machines, everything. So today, if you see the market in Israel, everything is from Europe, Eastern Europe, you know, Western Europe, and I believe same is here. Like, you know, we're not that much of anti-China, but the new reality is like that, you know, and the Chinese, they do speak about it, that, you know, the last decade they actually lost. They tried to enter Balkans, and they could not, they did not succeed so much. Okay, they're entering, of course, you know, they're trying to do it. The advantages of Balkan countries, that although they don't have such strict regulations by the EU, they already are candidates to the EU. That's why they can give the European Union standards, okay, to the goods produced in those countries. So that's why China was so actively trying to enter. And I believe that because of the new reality, China is a bit, you know, stepping back, and this gives opportunity to such countries like Vietnam, like Singapore, like India, of course, and some other countries to enter and start working there more actively. That's what I wanted to say. And if there are no questions, so yeah, please.
Attila.
You? Okay.
No, Attila, I said
Oh,
Attila.
okay. No, I am totally agree with Elena, because that I'm talking about, I try to talking about during my presentation. So the regional cooperation, it's instead of the global one. Because of course, even before centuries, if you are talking about the Austro-Hungarian monarchy, for example, all the sources were available. And even all the possibility of the transformation, manipulation of the raw materials. So it's already existed. There is a concrete example. Of course, this global chain, that wasn't so, how to tell you, not so natural. So, and now, exactly as you mentioned, it's visible that it's not working. Necessary to have B plan or other alternatives. And we must try to do it. First, necessary to examine that the possibilities, in which field we can do it. Perhaps in several fields it's not possible to do. For example, for the rubber factory, for the natural raw material, it's not possible to produce in North Macedonia,
Right.
even with
I agree with that.
excellent agricultural conditions, but it's not. But we field by field necessary to see where is possible to do it and what is possible to do. For example, the textile factory, if you remember, in former Yugoslavia, and after the independent country, the textile factory was very strong. After starting the importation, is depend on the point of view of the Turkish production and the Chinese one. And it means that immediately close all the factory because of the price. Now it's not, so we must follow other logic. We need to be in a secure situation, because the pandemic situation show us that could be some problem. Not only healthy, but to get the goods, the daily goods that we need. So I am totally agree for this, and I am sure too that it's possible to find the solution on regional level. That's it's without doubt. And you mentioned other things too, but I forget. So if I'm remembering, I'll
Okay,
get
so
back to you.
we
but
can
I
come back to
forget.
that tomorrow, like, you know, to open the conference with us, if you remember.
So that was for the regional cooperation that I wanted to tell you.
I would like to
Thank
share
you so
some
much,
words or two, if you don't mind. When I started promoting the conference in the region, in the Balkans, I was accused that, oh, what are you doing? You are turning your back to EU. You are forcing cooperation, Balkan cooperation with Asia and things like that. I said, come on, nobody is betraying anyone. We're trying to promote and to produce portfolio investments and portfolio opportunities for the region. We have to be connected. There should not be exclusivity for anyone in the world, for any country, for any region in the world, when it comes to the Balkan region. So following the Balkan Economic Forum in our agenda main mission, we started this initiative, and I would really like to encourage you and to give a message to you. You are the kind of chosen ones. I mean, we are the initial group of people who dared to join us in this endeavor, in this challenge, I would say, the overall challenge of this conference. And we will create this group. And I mean, this group is already created, and we will find a way together with Hride and the rest of us and of you, to create ways how to cooperate, how to promote our beliefs, our cooperation, and we will definitely continue with this event, with this conference in the next years. So I'm very much believer in a better future, in a joint future, and I really believe in you and in our potential to do something good for our countries, for our regions, for the whole good. Maybe I'm a kind of I don't know, maybe a believer, but when it comes to beliefs, I hope that practice will prove our approach and our willingness. That's all I wanted to say, to share. Sorry.
Hallelujah. What can I say? Dimitru Tudor, you wanted to say something to us.
Oh, no.
No?
I was just introducing Professor Galambos. Yeah.
Okay. So I believe that we're actually good in time. We have still 4 minutes for today. So yes.
Can I just take a please, Attila, please, sir.
Please, go.
Please, I'll just take a 45 seconds. So thank you. I quite agree with Dimitri, what he said about the need thing. I think we would also need to chalk out some more needs, like what the countries in this region, like the Western Balkan or the Balkan region, like what basically are the needs for any country or any local. So according to that, we can match some parties from the broad Asian continent, whether it be a big country like India, or it be a small local in Vietnam, Hanoi, or etc. So the need needs to be defined first, and then the demand could be fulfilled in an appropriate manner. Now, it should not be as such like India has something to offer, or Russia has something to offer, or even China has something to offer, and we come and try to dump it in any Balkan country, whether it be Romania or even Turkey, which is a big Balkan population. So it should not be what we have something to sell or we have some technology to offer. We simply come and dump it there. So if we find out the precise needs, accordingly, we can match things how it could be worked ahead. So that's it, basically. Thank you, Dimitri, for the wonderful point.
Thank you.
Please, sir.
Now I remember the second one that Diana mentioned.
Wow, okay.
So excuse me, tell you that you are talking about the connection to the EU, and you have an advantage in the Western Balkan to create the free zone that doesn't more exist in EU by the common regulation. So it means that you have the possibility on the legal way to make the free zone not only in the production point of view, but in the financial point of view and the tax point of view. That's
Sure.
very important, because I know it, because even in North Macedonia, we wanted to invest in the free zone, and so that's very interesting, and that's also could be in these days one of the solution. The second one that I wanted to tell you to our friend from India, that absolutely agree, the need will be the first, and after that we can make and choose the solution, because we have not unique solution. So case by case necessary, as in the business, case by case. So but the need, that's the first, and after we find the solution. So that's all that I wanted to add.
I think this could be the takeaway of today's session itself. So we can work out something. And thank you, Elena, for doing the wonderful moderation.
Thank you all.
As
It's
always.
really interesting, and I hope, I'm really looking forward for tomorrow's session. That's going to be, I think, even more interesting and deep. And I hope to see you all tomorrow. Okay.
All the best.
Thank you, Sasho. Thank you, Friday. Thank you,
Bye.
Avni.
You all
Thank
have
you,
a nice
Attila.
day, and
Thank
see you soon
Dimitra.
on some other event. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Have a nice
All the
day.
best.
Ciao, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you. Thank you.
Bye. Have a nice day.
Bye.
Bye.